Sirski, we back in the stock room where stocks rise and stocks fall. This is the critic versus the people. I am the critic, Tommy G, and you are the people, the ones that's commenting on all the social media platforms and leaving comments on the YouTube show. Let's get into it, man. Y'all know I do this show every Tuesday. Um, Man, it's a fun show. It's a DTR TV original. So if you haven't downloaded DTR TV channel on the app, it's free on Roku, Fire Stick TV, Apple TV, the Google Play, and the Apple Store. So make sure you download that. Check out some of the movies like I'm watching right now, Savage Comedy. Check out Savage Comedy on DTRtelevision.com. And if you haven't, smash the like button and make sure that you subscribe to this channel where I do this show every week. And I want to do a little bit more. I'm gonna start dropping a little bit more, maybe clips of the show throughout the week, so y'all can it can be fresh on your mind and you can rate and judge the different things on the show. It is powered by my company, PpSquared Productions. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel where I do production Mondays, where I give people structure on how to balance doing multiple things on a weekly. I write, I shoot, I edit. I'm a independent filmmaker. I'm writing a book. Father of a D1 athlete, so I do a lot. I got a lot of hats. So I basically try to help narrate, break down that process, and I have a goal sheet that's free on my website on PpSquared.com. PpSquared.com, you can get the goal set sheet, so get it for free. All right, last week, let's go over what we did last week. John Carpenter, I gave him a 4 out of 5. You know, he gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So I had to rate my guy. Is he the king of hard? He's not the king to me. The person that's the king is Wes Craven, man. He made A Nightmare on Elm Street that kind of introduced me into doing the hard genre. And it scared me so bad. Had me sleeping with my mama when I was younger. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I gave him a 4 out of 5, man. John Carpenter was 4 out of 5, and the people that spoken, as it went up or as it went down, it stays the same. So John Carpenter, 4 out of 5. Asante Samuels, man, let's talk about it. You know, everybody was talking about him because he was talking about how him and Deion compared, and I say he don't compare to Deion because Deion was a receiver and a return specialist. So, and Deion played in the Super Bowl and the World Series at the same time, man. So I gave Asante Samuels a 3.5 out of 5. What's going on, man? And the people have spoken, and he's still a 3.5 out of 5. All right, let's talk about it. A Different World got a spinoff coming to Netflix where it's in the making, but I wanted to rate A Different World. A Different World is one of them shows. It's the top dog show for me. It's one of them shows I used to stay up to watch on TV One, man. So A Different World, hopefully they do a sequel to A Different World and make sure that they do it right. If they don't do it right, don't do it at all. That's what I say. Because we get all these sequels and all these sequels be trash and all these spin-offs like Teen Wolf. I don't know what they did to Teen Wolf. And then they they doing spin-offs where they changing the genre of what's going on. And then we had that Blackish thing. I forgot the name of the college show. So if they make it like that, don't do it. I'm just be honest with you. But A Different World was one of my favorite shows of all time. Like I said, I used to stay up to watch it. And I gave it a 5 out of 5. That's both MJs, and the people have spoken. Do it rise or do it fall? Well, it stays the same. It's still both MJs, for sure. All right, Five Heartbeats. Let's talk about it. Five Heartbeats turned 34 this year on March 29th. It's one of the best music movies for me. It's really not a musical, but it's a lot of music. I guess you can call it a musical, but it's one of the movies that I did a versus against Temptations, and I actually picked Five Heartbeats because I found out that, you know, that group was based off somebody, even though the music was not real that they put in the movie, but it was based off the lives of some musicians, and it was kind of spot on from what I got. But Five Heartbeats as a whole, I have to rate that, and I gave Five Heartbeats a 4.5 out of 5. And the people that spoken, do it rise or do it fall, it stays the same. So 4.5 out of 5. Y'all can still rate it in the comments, man. If y'all think it should be higher or you think it should be lower, let me know in the comments. All right, let's talk about it. Flip and Zero was dropping the sequel to the Kings of the South. They doing a volume 2 to the volume 1, but I was doing volume 1. I went back and listened to some of those tracks, and I just didn't like it, man. I'm just be honest with you. It was one of the mixtapes that I would just be like, man, you know, I don't know. I don't think that he highlighted Roll good. I actually listened to the volume 2, and they highlighting Roll's skills more in this one. I don't know what they were trying to do with the first one, but it wasn't like ESG and Slim Thug, you know. So it was dirt to me. I gave it a 2 out of 5, and the people that spoken, do this stock rise or do it fall to maybe a 1.5 or a 1? Well, it stayed the same. It's still dirt. It's still 2 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? So moving on. Big Critic, his album, his mixtape, Return of Forever, turns 14 years old this year on March 28th. Critic is one of them artists, like I said, man, he's the closest thing to Pimp C to me. That's why they kind of call him Sweet James Jones Jr. So Critic is one of them artists, man. I'm just gonna be real with you. And this mixtape is a banger. So it's high on my list. I gave it a 4 out of 5, and the people have spoken. Do it stay a 4 out of 5, or do it drop, or do it rise? Well, it stays the same, man. Critic, Return of Forever, just that album. We're not rating Critic yet, but just that album is a 4 out of 5 to me. And the people spoken, and it's still a 4 out of 5. All right, I did a versus mode last week. I did, if you was on a 10-hour trip and you can only listen to one artist the whole time, who would you listen to? 1 was Stevie Wonder, 2 was Luther Vandross, 3 was Whitney Houston, and 4 was Freddie Jackson. And man, you pretty much got an argument for every one of those, man. Who would you pick though? I don't know if I could pick, but it would be I believe it would be out of Luther and Stevie, because they got songs that you can kind of put on repeat. You know what I'm talking about? Repeat, and probably knock down an hour or so before you go to another song or two. And then they got songs that they made with some link to them. So if you got to travel far, you know what I'm saying? But who would you pick? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know in the comments. Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston, or Freddie Jackson. All right. This week in the stock room, we got, let's talk about it, man. We got a packed show. I actually started off with just 5, and I was just like, when I'll be picking topics, I'll be searching the internet to get things to talk about. And then when I find something, everything just kind of comes at once. So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about Eddie Murphy. You know, his birthday was April 3rd. He turned 64, so happy birthday to Eddie Murphy. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. We're going to rate him on this show. Nike Air Max 1s, they coming out with a golden eye 007 version of the Air Force 1s. I don't know how true that is, but I've seen it online, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to rate it. I actually saved the picture. The Nikes, the Air Force are hard. So we're going to talk about that. 3, we're going to talk about the movie Slice. 4, we're going to talk about the NCAA championship games, the men and the women's. What do y'all rate the whole conglomerate, both games? Was it what you expected? Was the people that you wanted to be in the finals in the finals? Did you win some money? I know a lot of people bet on a lot of the games and stuff, and they brackets and all that. You know, it's a hard thing to do. So we're going to talk about the NCAA championship as a whole. All right. Let's move on. We doing Final Destination. Got some new movie coming out. When is that movie coming out? May 16th. I got another Final Destination. I believe this is the last one. So we're gonna rate the trailer like we did Sinners. So Final Destination Bloodline is what they call it. Comes out May 16th. We're gonna rate the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, all these topics is gonna be in the People's versus the Critic versus the People topics. It's a playlist that I have that I put all these in, except the Air Force, the Air Max. I couldn't find the topics. Nobody talking about it online. All right, South Beach, Miami. I'm headed to Miami this June, so we booked our rooms. I got my ticket for ABFF. That's the American Black Film Festival. So Miami's one of them spots for me. So I want to rate Miami as a whole as a travel destination. I know we done did Memphis, we done did Houston. Now we're doing South Beach. All right, we're just gonna keep it rolling on the travel thing. So we're gonna rate South Beach, Miami. I know it's more than South Beach and Miami, but we're gonna rate just South Beach on this episode because that's where the American Black Film Festival be every year. All right. All right. Tupac, man. Tupac was introduced into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on April 7th. So we're gonna rate my guy. Rest in peace to Tupac. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. So we're gonna talk about it. And the last but not least, the Pop the Balloon show. Netflix just picked them up to do the show. And we got some stuff we need to talk about on that one, but we're gonna rate what we have so far on the Pop the Balloon show, the ones on YouTube, before they even get to Netflix. So we're gonna rate the whole show, man. Do you think it's a good show? Do you think it's a bad? We're gonna talk about it. All right. And then this week's in versus mode, man, since I really didn't have no food on the thing, I put some food on here. One got to go. I said one has to go. 1 chicken, 2 fish, 3 steak, or 4 shrimp. So we're going to get into that as well. So let's go on and jump it off, man. Eddie Murphy, man. Like I said, his birthday is April 3rd. So happy birthday to Eddie. He turned 64. I had to give him his flowers, man. He one of the greatest to ever do it for his movie, comics, and stand-up comedians. Skits from the SNL, Saturday Night Live, to Raw, Boomerang, Coming to America, Nutty Professor, Norbit. I mean, he got hits after hit after hit, movies, including Trading Places, and where he played different characters. It wasn't just all. I mean, he still was comical in Trading Places and Another 48 Hours. So, and the new movies are good, man. I'm going to just be honest with you. The new 48 Hours, I thought it was dope. You know what I'm saying? So, what I rate Eddie, he's both MJs, bro. It's nobody, I ain't going to say nobody, but he's up there. He's up there. I mean, he's one of the greatest comedian actors, stand-up comedians, funny man comedians to ever live. I'm just be honest with you, man. He's both MJs to me. So Eddie Murphy gets a 5 out of 5, and I just want to give him his flowers and tell him happy birthday, man. 5 out of 5 for Eddie Murphy. Both MJs, man, for sure. Gold level. Let's get into it, man. These Nike Air Max 1s, if you haven't seen them, I'm gonna have to put the picture in the comment, the post thing. It used to be the community, now it says post. So I'm gonna drop the picture in there later on, so you can go check them out. But I thought they was hard, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Air Max fan. I grew up with Air Max, and for them to do the Air Max with the 007, we already rated 007 is one of the greatest video games from my era ever made. So the shoe, you know what I'm saying? To give us the shoe too, hey man, it's Duncan for sure. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5, man. I definitely will cop me a pair. You know, I'm not real big on shoe games. I'm not like some of my people, man, that buy Jordans all the time and shoes all the time. I kind of put mileage on my kicks, wear them down, and then when I need some shoes, then I'll get some shoes. But those Air Max, I might have to go into the pocket, man, and give me a pair. But yeah, they definitely dunking, man. 4 out of 5. Yes, sir. Definitely. Slice, let's get into it. The Slice movie, man, is starring Chance the Rapper. He's supposed to be like a werewolf in this thing. It was a weird movie. Old girl from Atlanta. I can't even say her name, but her last name is Beetz. It's Zaza or something like that. The girl from Atlanta. She played in Bullet Train and Deadpool, and what else she played in? I don't even know what I put right there, but she played in Atlanta. That was the girlfriend on Atlanta. She played in Bullet Train. If you haven't seen Bullet Train, that's a good movie, man. She did her thing in that movie. This movie, it kind of, I didn't like it. I'm just be honest with you. I didn't like the movie Sliced. It's just wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't really funny. I don't know what they were trying to do, as far as the whole production. It's shot nice. It's shot nice. The storyline is terrible. They was trying to find who was killing people and then find out it was some ladies. Man, I don't want to tell you the whole movie, but go check it out and you let me know what you think, man. And if you've seen it, what would you give it, man? I'm gonna give it a dirt, though. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Slice. When I watch it again, no, it wasn't exciting enough for me to check out twice. So, Slice is dirt for me. 2 out of 5. All right. Let's talk about it, man. The NCAA championships, man. The men and the women. We're going to do the women's first because they played first. UConn wins big, man. Oh, girl. What's her name? Paige. Hopefully the Dallas team get her, because I know we drafted number 1 overall. And I just kind of wanted to talk about this because the Mason Cameron was talking about it earlier, and they was somebody tried to compare her to Kaylin, and it's really no comparison, because Taylor Clark done revenues. She done changed the game of, like you were saying, they flying on private jets now and staying at 5-star hotels. They wasn't doing that at first. They sponsorship deals went through the roof. Like the viewerships. I mean, let's just be real about it. We can't compare the two. But I want to give a shout out to UConn girls with handling business. I was going for South Carolina because I'm a Dunn fan. Coach Dunn, she will be back. She got players, and she will put the pieces back in place. They were saying she was they didn't like what she said when they lost. She was like, hopefully they crying or whatever. It just didn't come out right, but she really loves those girls, and she put a lot into those girls. So I don't think that she meaning like people be, everybody too sensitive nowadays, and you got to just be real as a coach, man. So I think she was just doing it to build some hunger for next year. I think they'll be back next year, South Carolina. But I just want to shout out UConn. But we're going to talk about the overall game. I mean, that game was maybe a little bit on the mid level of the game, but the boys, hey, man, Houston and Florida was a game. I'm just be honest with you, it was entertaining. I watched both games. I watched the women's and then I watched the men's. Shout out to both of them teams. Florida came back from 12 down at half to pull off the victory to win the championship. Man, it was a good game. I'm just be honest with you. I mean, Houston choked like Duke choked last game. It was like some things that they had to do to finish the game, and they just couldn't do it. And this would have been, I believe it was their first championship. They just couldn't make it happen. So overall, the men's and the women's, the NCAA basketball as a whole championship, I already rated like the I said, I gave it a mid for NCAA basketball this year. You really didn't know who was gonna win, and that's what I like about it. But the boys was entertaining, the girls not so entertaining after a while. So as a whole, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5, man. The championship, both championship games, 3.5 out of 5 is definitely touching the rim. You know what I'm talking about? 3.5 out of 5. All right, let's get into it. Final Destination got a new movie that's dropping. They got my guy Tony Todd. Rest in peace to him. That's Candyman. If you don't know, he played in Tales from the Hood, and he's like a horror icon. Candyman is one of those movies where even to today, you won't go, but you go into your bathroom and say his name 5 times. I don't think you will, but some of y'all brave, even though I wouldn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it then, and I wouldn't do it now. But rest in peace to Tony Todd. But we're gonna talk about this Final Destination trailer, man. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm there. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm just be honest with you, man. I'm in horror heaven right now because we got Sinners coming out this month. I got Final Destination coming out next month. So then they just announced that Jordan Peele is coming out with him in September. So it's a good year for horror, man. So the Final Destination trailer was hard, man. Like the music, the awareness. I don't feel like they gave up too much, even though they let us know exactly what it was. It's like a grandma that should have died, that didn't die. Death is trying to find them. And the way they shot it, man, the special effects and the way they put the trailers. That's how it's a trailer masterclass, man. I'm just be honest with you. The trailer is dope. It makes you want to watch it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I had to give it a 4 out of 5, man. For real. It's definitely dunking. I'm definitely gonna go check out Final Destination. What else could it do to get a higher grade? I'm not sure. It's a Final Destination. It's a million of them. So but they did the trailer right. So, I think this is the last one. And like I said, rest in peace to Tony Todd, the man that played Candyman. We'll definitely go check out Final Destination Bloodline 2025, May 16th. And I give that trailer a 4 out of 5. Yes, sir. 4 out of 5. All right. I told somebody earlier today, man, when I went to Goodwill, that I'm already in vacation mode. I mean, I've been working out, getting ready for the beach. Been doing challenges all month. Well, since this year started, the watch got to say 9.9K, 9,000 steps every day. Just got to be beach body ready. And I say that to say this, I got my ticket. Excuse my flip, but it's her he keep. But I got my ticket for the American Black Film Festival. The American Black Film Festival is this. I forgot what year this is. I think it's like 20 something, but it's on South Beach every year, and it's like my recharging station. I'm just be honest with you. So I'll say that to say this. I wanted to rate South Beach as a whole. You know what I'm talking about? Just a travel destination. You can't beat it, man. Yeah, I have a film festival. This one probably one of the livest ever. You got the beach, you got good food, and you got movies, man. So South Beach to me, that's my favorite traveling destination. I've been to a lot of places, but South Beach, it's like Vegas. It don't matter what time you go outside at South Beach, it's people out walking around. You can't beat it, man. Beach, sun, it rain about 30 seconds every day. So South Beach, for me, with the American Black Film Festival, I always go in June. So I'll give it a 5 out of 5. South Beach is my favorite traveling spot. If you have never been there, man, you should go. South Beach is that place. So 5 out of 5. The only issues, a couple of years, it's like, it's people there that can dampen what you got going on. But, I've been so engaged in what was going on. I kind of missed some things, like the bad customer service. Sometimes they got bad customer service. Not, uh, I'm just a person. I believe in. I'm gonna pay for what I like. You know what I'm saying? And customer service is big. Sometimes it's like bad customer service, but I was not. I just like being there so much. I was not even paying attention. So the last time we went, the customer service was better though. I think they did something. They said something. They let people know, look, man, these tourists are coming here, and the reason they here, you better thank these people because they're the reason you got jobs. So, but I just like South Beach. It's my favorite spot, my favorite traveling destination. Maybe I need to go overseas to go to a couple of more beaches. But I've been overseas to a couple of countries, and South Beach is that thing to me. So I'm still gonna give it a 5 out of 5, even with the bad customer service. People that's angry at the beach, I just don't let them bother me because I'm at the beach. I'm at the American Black Film Festival, one of the livest festivals on the planet. I recharge my creative energy every time I go. So I have to give it a 5 out of 5 because it's both MJs to me. So what do you give South Beach? The food is bomb. I tried Cuban food, not the first time, but the second time I was like, I missed out. You know what I'm saying? So the Cuban food is good. The Mexican food is good. They got Mexican restaurants. I tried a place. The burgers was good. I be trying to like a lot of couple of things. I had the most incredible red fish. I think it's called a red snapper at one of them Cuban spots, and I cannot find it. It was like infused with rosemary. It was so good. It was like $80, but it was so good. I will buy that again if I can find it. I tried a couple of red fishes and other locations down there. They just wasn't the same. It was something they had stuffed in this fish, and it was so good. Right, it was worth that cheese. All right, let's move on, man. Tupac, one of the greatest artists to ever live, my favorite MC of all times, from the music, the messages, the movie acting. You do the whole conglomerate when you're talking about an artist. He is the guy. I mean, I'm gonna tell you how hard Tupac is to me. The movie didn't do him no justice. It's like, who can play Pac? Even though bro looked like him, he just didn't embody the spirit. He didn't embody the spirit of Pac. So I got Pac on this list, man. I'm a big Pac fan. So he was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in April 7th, 2017. So this April 8th. So I say, man, I seen that. I said, man, let me put Pac on this list. He's like I said, he the top MC to me, the top rapper ever, from Thug Life to Me Against the World to All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli. Those songs are still in my playlist. Hold on, man. Those songs are still in my playlist and gonna forever be in my playlist, man. How long will you more me? Pour out a little liquor. I mean, I was jamming this in elementary, man. I shouldn't been, but Dad, when he was doing Digital Underground, he just the GOAT MC. He's the top dog. So 5 out of 5. And they was having some kind of argument online. I was watching some kind of podcast with some young guys, and they were talking about a no skip albums. You know what I'm saying? There's no skip. They basically saying no album on the planet was an album that you could play from beginning to end. And I like to beg the difference, man, because you ain't never heard Machiavelli. You haven't heard shit. You can even play, excuse my French, but you can play All Eyes on Me, both discs. I mean, every song is a banger. Checkout Time. I could be your NIGGA. Exhibitions as a rider. Man, brother, I'm live. Come on. When people know that I go live at 5, I don't know why they want to keep me interrupted. But yeah, but I can go on and on, man, but Pac is that guy for me. He a 5 out of 5. All right, let's get to this last topic, and then we're gonna get into the versus mode. All right, Pop That Balloon, man. They just got picked up by Netflix. So shout out to Pop That Balloon, the show. It's a good show. I'm just be honest with you. I watch a lot of clips. I ain't never watched the whole show, but the clips that I done seen, I knew some people that was on the show, man. You know, some people go on there. I feel like some people go on there just to be funny. A lot of the women, they don't even, they just go off. I guess it's that type of show, though. They just go off looks and different things like that. And then I like to see the rebuttals, you know, somebody trying to do some stuff or say some stuff to them. But people are pissed about the show because going to Netflix because they got old girl from Insecure that's gonna be the host. Her name is Yolanda, I believe, Yvette or some shit. Excuse my French, but she's supposed to be hosting the show, and they've said that old girl, she's supposed to be a virgin. We don't know if she's still a virgin because that's been years, you know. So she done did Insecure. It's been years, so. But I have to applaud that they have got picked up by Netflix, so they're gonna get paid either way. If the wife is the host or old girl from Insecure is the host. But I want to rate the show before we even go to Netflix. What do you think about the show, Pop the Balloon? I think it's entertaining. Like I said, I ain't watched the whole show. I can't watch too much of it because it's just, it's probably not at my age bracket, but every time I go across, you know, when I run across like a short or something, I'll watch it. I think it's all right. I mean, it's not, I don't think he's got no love connections. I ain't never seen nobody say, hey, I got married from a Pop the Balloon. We ain't seen that yet, but hopefully they got some successful, they match some successful people. They should do on Netflix is some behind the scenes of what the people are doing that actually matched. You know what I'm saying? Did they stay matched, or they not talking no more? I used to do a show, and we was doing a little bit of that as well. So they sprinkle a little bit of that. Let's get some backstories of some of these relationships that mashed. Then I think that it'll be a good thing. But as far as the show as a whole, I'm cool with it. You know, I'll watch the shorts. Like I said, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. That is touching the rim. You know what I'm saying? It's a mid. It's a little bit over mid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a layup. Look like it's in the dunk and then a layup. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. And shout out to the people that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? That actually even got picked up by Netflix. Man, I like to shout that out. All right, last on my thing is a versus mode, man. And since I didn't have no food on this show, I said let me at least do the versus mode as some kind of food thing. So one has to go. What's your favorite type of food? You know what I'm saying? So I think I got all of them on this thing. One is chicken. I'm a chicken man. I can eat chicken tenders, chicken wings, chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets is like my least favorite, but boneless chicken is chicken nuggets. I like tenders though. You know what I'm saying? You can flavor them a lot of different ways. They said number 2 was fried. It's supposed to be fried fish, but I just put fish as a whole. I'm talking about catfish, tilapia. I don't eat tilapia at all no more. Salmon. I just wanted to bunch all the fish. So, kind of make it more difficult. Even with the chicken, you got the whole chicken, the breast, wings, thighs, you know what I'm saying? All right, and 3 is steak. You got different types of texture of steak meat, you know what I'm talking about? And which you take that out, you know what I'm saying? And then I got shrimp. I mean, you could cook shrimp a couple of different ways. I should have just put shellfish, but shrimp is shrimp is people's favorite, so I just wanted to put shrimp on there. So I got chicken, fish as a whole, steak, and shrimp. Which one would you which one has to go in this list? To me, I don't even eat shrimp, so shrimp have to go. I can eat the rest. I can eat the rest of them all day, every day. So It's 4 for me. I don't do shrimp. So which one would you pick though? All right, with that, we're in the stock room where stocks rise and fall. Let's go back over the list and then I'm gonna hop off the stage. All right, Eddie Murphy, man. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. He turned 64. I gave Eddie Murphy a 5 out of 5. He is that guy. He's that gold level comedian, comic, stand-up, skits, the whole nine. Eddie, shout out to you. Excuse me. Eddie, shout out to you, man. I'm trying to give you your flowers. Excuse me. I had a little burp. Nike Air Max 1s. They coming out with the golden now 007s. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I will cop a pair. I'm just be honest with you, man. It's that inner kid in me that want them shoes, man, just because they 007s. All right, Slice the Movie, man. I didn't really cut for Slice the Movie. I watched it the other day. I gave it a 2 out of 5. Starring old girl from Atlanta and Chance the Rapper. I just didn't like it. It was too weird for me. The NCAA finals, the championship games, both of them, man. I thought the men's was very highly entertaining. It went down to the wire. There's a couple of mistakes. We would have had a different champion if these mistakes didn't happen. The women's, old girl just she was on destiny mode, man. You know what I'm saying? She just wanted it more than South Carolina. So I gave the tournament as a whole, men and women, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. All right, the Final Destination Bloodline trailer, man, I thought it was dope. I'm definitely going to watch the movie. So I gave that a 4 out of 5, and I'm definitely tuned in May 16th. It drops May 16th. All right, South Beach, Miami. I will be there in June for the American Black Film Festival. It's one of my favorite places on the planet. I'm just going to be real with you. It's beach, sunlight, the film festival, movies, get to watch, get to walk around, man. It rains like 30 minutes every day. It's just a beautiful place. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It's one of my favorite traveling destinations. All right. Tupac Shakur, man. Shout out to Tupac. You know, he was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. April 7th, 2017. He is my favorite artist of all times. Just the music, man, the movies, the poetry. I mean, the man's did a lot of things. So he's definitely that God MC for me. I gave him a 5 out of 5. What you give him? All right. And Pop the Balloon Show. Y'all know it got picked up by Netflix. You know, they had some conflict with the host, but I think the show is cool. You know, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, man. It's definitely touching the rim, and we're going to see what Netflix do with it. All right. And last but not least, versus mode, one has to go. Which one has to go? Is it chicken, fish, steak, or shrimp? And this is the Critic versus the People. I am the Critic, Tommy G, and you are the people. Make sure you burn them comments up. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm right. If I'm right, the stocks will rise. If I'm wrong, then the stocks will fall. It just depends on how many people say, hey, I agree with you. No, I don't agree with you. But let me hop off this thing, man. This is powered by DTR Television and PpSquared Production. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button on this channel, and make sure you hit that subscribe button on PpSquared Production page, where I do productions Mondays and I do the beginning of the weekend report. So check me out, man. I'm all over the web. I'm growing, and I'd like to shout out all the people that have been hitting the subscribe button. Done built this channel, man. I remember when I was asking people for 50 subscribers so I can go live. So I appreciate everybody that's subscribed to the channel. And with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all next week. All right, peace.